Hello, friends. Oh my goodness. I've just been running around trying to get everything all situated. Hello. Sorry for the last minute announcement that we're doing this tonight. I realized this morning that it was a week to go live, and then I got out running errands and doing stuff, and I'm like, oh stink, I never announced that I'm going live tonight. So here we are. Hello. What is everybody's day been like? How is everybody doing? Hello. I'm so glad you guys are here. I have a bag of candy tonight. This is leftover. So these are the little treat bags we gave the kids on Easter Sunday at church, and there's still a handful of them left. And so I'm like, well, that'll be fun to have some candy while I eat tonight, while I read tonight. Hi, Rainey. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, everybody. Paula, Tia. Hi. Sarah. Too many Oreos. Christy, it's been a too many Oreo day. Oh, man. Yes, Sarah, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there and the moms who may not have kids of their own and mom other people's kids like me, and the women who care for others. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Oh, Jen, how fun that you had a surprise 60th birthday party today. Surprise parties are so much fun. I love planning them. I love receiving them. Yeah, I think surprise parties are a blast. Lindsay, I love it. Cleaning during the chatting and reading during the reading. Way to make the most of your time. This is how I go through my Saturday most of the day. I read and clean alternating, and that has happened. Mary, I'm glad you're here. Hello. So I saw, Kim, was it you that said you don't know what you're going to be reading because you have too many things on the go? Well, I have just 2 things on the go right now, but I don't think I'm going to read either of them tonight. So I think we're going to do a little battle of the books in a moment. But I am reading, well, I've read book 1 of Mere Christianity, but I kind of want to read it again and take notes this time. Like the first time I just read it through. So I will dip into this a little bit, and I printed out a study guide. However, it started from the back, and then it got jammed in my printer. So it started on page, I don't know, way at the back. And so what I need is at the front that it didn't print. So boo. So I might print that up and look at that later, but so I am reading Mere Christianity again, and I'm reading this book. I'm currently in the middle of this book, The Telling Touch by Kira Dominguez. I'm buddy reading this with 3 other ladies, but I'm way ahead of them, so I should probably stop. So I'm going to stop. And so that means tonight I'm kind of like, what am I going to read? I don't know what I'm going to read. So I have 5 books here, and I'm going to hold them up 2 at a time and tell you about why they're on my radar right now. And you guys are going to pick one of those 2, and then we'll do 2 other ones, and then we'll have a battle off of those 2, and then I'll show you the 5th one, and we'll have a battle of the books, okay? Does that sound fun? And that is, yeah, I'm reading Kira Dominguez with Kate Christie. Book 1, Kim, book 1 it's the first 5 chapters. It's very short. It's up to page, in my book, it's up to page 32. And then that's book 2. But also, I would read the preface and the foreword because I think those are really good as well. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Nicole. Oh, fun that you can see the rocket launch, Nicole. That's cool. Okay. So let me tell you. Let me start with the 2 maybe that I'm still interested in reading, but maybe the least interested in reading. And then you tell me which of these 2 I should read a little bit of tonight. So I have Remember by Lisa Genova. This is one of my winter most anticipated reads, nonfiction. Lisa Genova has written a handful of fiction books that are fantastic. And this is all about memory. So it's pretty short. I'm very interested in reading it. I'm not sure if this is the mood I'm in tonight, but the other one battling this one right now is Robin Sloan's Sourdough, which is like quirky young girl who's in the tech industry, buys from this bakery all the time, but then the two guys who have the bakery are moving or something, and they kind of leave her their sourdough starter or something along those lines. I don't even really know. So of these two, whoa, I feel like that makes it really dark when I do that. Of these two, which one should I read tonight? So you can pick from one of these two, and maybe I will. Becca, you're not that late. We're doing a little book battle between these two books right now. Lisa Genova, Sourdough, 1 and 1. Dun, ba, da, ba. I'm not sure when I'm going thrifting again. I was out today and I almost did. 2 for Sourdough, 3 for Sourdough. Oh, 2 for Remember. Another Remember, another Sourdough. So far, Sourdough is up 1, from what I can tell. Remember, Sourdough. It's pretty even right now. Oh, extra Sourdough. Weird and quirky. I know, Rachel. I think I'm more in the mood for this one than this one, but I really want to read this one too. I don't know. Is somebody counting? We'll do it for another little second here. Let me see if I can figure out that. It's the white balance of this one that's making me dark. Those are the 2 choices. 1. Oops. I didn't mean to click it on there. 1, 2, 3. Flip a coin, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9 for 10 for this one. 11. Okay, and then 1. This is too long. I'm not going to do this next time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so Sourdough. I think it's pretty close. I see a ton of Remember, and I see there was a ton of Sourdough at the beginning. But I think Sourdough, when I just counted, although 2 more people just said this one. Okay, we'll do Remember. It was very close, very close. Okay, so Remember is going to go up against another one in a second. The other 2 more on my radar. Oh my goodness, I have too many books I want to read. Oh, fun. Oh, look, Remember wins. It did. Okay, Pride and Premeditation is a book on my spring anticipated reads video. It is Pride and Prejudice, but Lizzie Bennet is like, there's a murder, and I think someone gets convicted of a murder, and Lizzie doesn't agree with who gets accused of the crime, and so she is going to try to correct matters, right? Because that seems like a very Lizzie Bennet thing to do. And then I also have, well, I'll save that one. I also have The Keepsake Sisters by Lori Wilde, which this one is going to get read this month because I give my $8 patrons a chance to recommend a book for me, and then I put all the recommendations in a jar and I pick one, and this is the one that I picked for May. So I will read this in May. I'm just not sure if I'm going to read it tonight. This is like 2 sisters, twins, separated at birth, who reconnect later in life. Something along those lines, which seems really fun. So I definitely want to read both of these books, but which one should I pick up tonight? Help me decide. Pride and Premeditation or The Keepsake Sisters? Thank you. Thanks, who said Matt, love my hair. Thank you. It's like end of the day, so it feels wild right now. Ba ba da ba. Keepsake Sisters, P&P, P&P. Kim, I love it. So far, this one is up a little bit. I mean, it does sound like a lot of fun. This sounds like it'll be a little more emotional, potentially heart-wrenching a little bit. This one feels like it'll just be silly and fun. Yeah, clear so far, this one is way ahead. So now I'm gonna do 3 because I know, Lee, I knew that too. Okay, the last 3, maybe I'll just read a little bit of all of them. I mean, we're gonna do enough sprints that we can. Maybe I'll just, yeah. So we have these 2 that won first, round 1 and round 2. It's hard to get them all in frame. Oh, wrong way. And then the other option is Where the Lost Wander, which is historical fiction. So they're very a nice variety, right? Historical fiction, nonfiction, like, what would you call this? A retelling, twist on a classic. So those are the final 3. What do you think I should start with tonight? Where the Lost Wander. Oh, this, if you don't know, is a historical fiction, kind of sort of an Oregon Trail type story. I'm going to move back. That will keep it from being so wonky. Headed west on a wagon train. A grieving widow connects with one of the guides who is half Pawnee. Life in a wagon train, all of that. So which one should I read tonight? Dun, da, da, da. You guys decide what I'm going to start with. PMP is still my pick for Kim. Where the Lost Wander, Where the Lost Wander, Where the Lost Wander. Where the Lost Wander seems to be the one. Yeah. Seems to be the first vote. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'll start with this one for the first sprint. And then I will read a little bit of this one for the next sprint. I don't know if I'll pick up this one tonight. Maybe the first part of it, just to see what the writing style is like for her for a nonfiction. Okay, so I'll start with this one for our first sprint, Where the Lost Wander is getting the most votes, and then a couple of this one. So I'll go for that one next. Yay. I feel like I have every light on in this room and it still feels dark to me. It's because it's still light outside. It'll get better when it gets dark outside. Maybe if I close the blind. I don't know. What is everybody else going to be doing tonight? A couple of you said already. What is everyone else going to be reading or working on tonight when we do a sprint? Which we'll do our first sprint. We've already been chatting for 15. We'll do our first sprint at 50 in 5 minutes. Got quiet. That'll all come in at the same time. I'm glad it doesn't look dark, Becca, on your screen. Yay. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Rainey, have you read that before? Or is this your first time? I was not a fan. The Bell Jar, The Story Collector, Final Revival of Opal and Nev. Oh, I love The Count of Monte Cristo. Oh my goodness. You're going to finish. You're going to finish tonight. Pride and Prejudice. Oh, Tia. Transcendent Kingdom. Poppy War. Oh, this was another possibility for me tonight. I have this out from the library still, and I don't think I can renew it. Oh, but it will get read this month, hopefully. Mary, it's so good, but it's hard. Oh, I love it so much. I have Mere Christianity, yay. Monster, oh my goodness, that brings me back. Like old school reading. Coloring during the chat. And reading The Hunting Wives. Fun. I just heard about The Hunting Wives. I was listening to a podcast. Which one was I listening to that they talked about that? Was it Meredith and Katie's? Patreon indie book press list. I think it might be that. Who said something about the third? Ha! Jen, we are on the same page. I listened to the third Bridgerton yesterday and this morning and finished it today. I listened to the second Bridgerton earlier in the week, I think Tuesday, and then yesterday and today I listened to the third Bridgerton, and I loved it. No, maybe it was Thursday that I listened to the second one. Yeah, I think it was Thursday, and then I listened to the third one Friday and Saturday. My goodness, I'm kind of hooked right now. The third one is a Cinderella retelling, so that's fun. Heavens to Betsy, cute. Nature of Fragile Things, same. Organizing your bookshelves yet again. Isn't that the plight? Mine need to be organized again too, but to be honest, I want to get new ones. These are, they were like 2 for $60 on Amazon or something, and a lot of the shelves, this one isn't too bad, they all bow in the middle, and I'm so nervous they're all going to fall apart, and I really want the Billy bookshelves. I'm really enjoying the series. I mean, I laughed out loud in the second and third book. I love the banter. I really like it. Yeah, the second one I loved. I'm really excited for book 4 because it's Colin, and yeah, it's Colin's book, and I'm really excited for that one. And I liked the Cinderella one, the Cinderella type retelling. That was the third one. Yeah, they're fun. The 5th is your favorite. See, I'll just have to keep going, I guess. Fun, fun, fun. Dead Souls. Yikes. A thriller reader in the house. There's a handful of you guys in here. Okay, so we're going to go from, let's just dive right into a 20-minute sprint. So we'll go from 50 to 10. Yeah, Kim, I can see how they would get better as you go because you get to know the characters a little more and the family a little bit more, even though it really does focus on whichever Bridgerton child is the focus of that book. It really does focus on just that kid. But I know Eloise would be a good one too. So good. Yeah, Lee, the Netflix series was fun. It was a little more spicy even than the books, I think. But I'm enjoying the stories. All right, 750. I'm starting with this one, Where the Lost Wander. Grab your book or whatever it is you're working on, and I will see you back here in 20 minutes. Let's get reading. I did not come prepared with bookmarks. Oh, I have. Hello, hello, hello. Come on back, everybody. How'd you do? If you had to rate your current read right now, what would you rate it? That's so tricky. That's a good question. So I just started page 20. I got to a good page break. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good. Potential 5-star. I'm into it. Average Opal and Nev is a 5. A 5, Terry, good. 3.5. Rainy, the whole book is like that. I did not care for A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I was so bored. I did like the main girl. What's her name? But I was bored with that one. I need something to happen. 5, 4, 3, 4. Nice. So in this one, the prologue was brutal. I don't know when in the story that happens. I think it's later on. I think hasn't happened yet, because then we go back to, there's no date on the prologue, and then in chapter 1 it starts in May 1853, and they haven't left to go on the trail yet. But that scene, I don't know if one of the kids shoots an arrow first, but this, it was an attack by Native Americans, and the whole two wagons were separated from the rest of the train, and they all get killed brutally. Right off the bat, I was like, oh my goodness. But then we kind of go back in time and we start to learn a little bit more. 7 pages left. Oh, but you didn't really like it, so you'll pick it back up next time. Oh yeah, let me take this banner off. Oh, I did. Oh no, that is sad. What were you reading again? Yeah, it happens later. It was brutal though, hey? Yikes. 25 pages left. I need to read that one. Dead Souls is dead funny. Oh. You won't have to I won't have to relive it. Oh. Oh, good. Jamie, same page. Oh, Agatha Christie. So like you didn't like how the mystery resolved? Interesting. Oh, that's what I wanted to take away. Why didn't I do that? There we go. I need to read some more Agatha Christie. I have quite a few, not quite a few, but I have a handful of her books on my shelves. I haven't read one in a while. I just got The Mousetrap recently from the little free library thing that I did a little while ago. That's a play. I could read that in an afternoon. It's not that long. The funny thing is I've seen the play twice and I don't remember the end. Like I don't remember the resolution of it. So it would be okay to read it again. Not read it again, but read it for the first time. Hello, welcome. I feel like I've heard a lot of people, Rachel, say that they love The Vanishing Half. I'm not sure. I guess I've heard a couple people who didn't care for it, but for the most part, that is a well-loved book for sure. Yeah, it's an earlier work and she hadn't perfected it yet. Interesting. Yeah, see, Julie, I knew there was people like you who were just like, oh, it's okay. I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest. I feel like it's going to be a little too literary for me. I I'm a smart person, but I don't always like to read smart books. Does that make sense? Sometimes I just want to like, I don't know, get sucked into the story and not have to think about it too much. Yeah, you're not alone. Oh, you're not alone, Suzanne. I know there was others out there. I have the mothers on my shelves too. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. You were bored most of the time. This is my fear. This is my fear. I'm so sad. It's not too literary, Rachel says. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Kim DNF'd it at 100 pages. Yikes. All right. Well, I'm going to give it a chance. I mean, I do want to read it, and it is on my shelves. I'm just nervous about it. Not tonight, though. So I went chair shopping today. Random. I'm sitting in this chair that I always sit in, and I don't love it. It's not very comfortable. But I went chair shopping today and did not find anything, which was kind of a bummer. I was hoping to find my chair today. Get the audiobook. That's a good idea. I could always look for the audiobook. You read Passing by Nella Larson. I've heard that one's good too. Deb also DNF'd. Oh, this is a pet peeve. I mean, who am I to say that they're throwing stuff in there just to check off boxes? But I don't like when I feel that way. Do you know what book made me feel that way? Spicy Take. What's that series by Sean McGuire? Where they have like all the kids who have gone to different worlds come and they have a school for them. Oh my goodness, what's the name of that book? There's like a series of 5 of them now, and they're all very short. I can't remember what the... Yes, The Wayward Children. But what's the name of the first book? I can't remember the name of the first book, though. It's like a long title. Anyways, Every Heart a Doorway. Thank you, Sherry. That's how I felt when I read that book, that she was just throwing in every kind of thing in there just to check off all the boxes and make sure, I don't know. Yes, you guys, thank you. Every Heart a Doorway, Every Heart a Doorway. Clearly, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't care for the first one, so I never continued with that series because I just was like, I was kind of annoyed that I didn't really get to know the characters other than their sexual orientation or color, or like, I just feel like every kind of diversity thing was just thrown in there just to make it a politically correct book. Spicy Take. I know some people really love it, but I didn't care for it. Oh, good. I'm glad that you loved Echo Mountain. That's a good one. In the first chapter, Rainy. I made it through. I read that whole first book, but I didn't care for it. My yellow chair is here in my house. It's just not here in my library. It's in my living room, which is out in the other room. This room is a 3rd bedroom, which I don't need. So it became my library. What would I ever do if I leave this house and don't have an extra room for my library? I'm just going to have to make sure I always do. Just finished No One Is Talking About This. So The Vanishing Half is easy reading. Yeah, you're reading the women's prize books, Lee, aren't you? That's a lot of smart books. That's funny. I hadn't DNF'd books in a long time, and then last month I had 2, which was kind of sad. Because it takes a lot for me to DNF a book. I'm usually pretty willing to give it a chance, and I'm usually pretty good at picking what I want to read because I know what I like. So it's very rare to find a book that I DNF. But I do try to to read out of my comfort zone every once in a while. But oh, Kelly, just this week. Which ones? I'm very curious. One of the ones I DNF'd was a new release too, The Little French Bridal Shop, I think it was called, which I thought was going to be so cute. The premise of it was so much fun. Terry, I should have DNF'd Evelyn Hugo. That's a spicy take. That's a very well-loved book. I haven't read it. Kelly, I'm very curious what you DNF'd this week. I like historical fiction, Anne, and those are not always like super easy reads and fluffy read. Like they're deep and heavy, but oh, yay. I'm so glad that you picked them up, Rachel. I hope you love them. I hope you love them. I love Diane Chamberlain. I feel like she, to me, is like a Kristen Hanna, where they just can tell such a good story that captivates me so much. Like, I'm not necessarily pulling out quotes and talking about how beautiful the writing is, but man, do I get sucked into their storytelling. Just now joining. Hi, Trin. We did a little book battle situation at the beginning. So for the first sprint, I read the beginning of Where the Lost Wander. So it's turning into a try-chapter type of a thing. And next I'm going to be picking up Pride and Premeditation. And we'll do the next one at, well, let's do 8:25. Oh, Lee should have DNF'd The Book Thief. That's a spicy take for sure. Oh, man. Let's see. Go back. Oh, Game Changer by Neil Shusterman and Everyone Dies Famous in a Small Town by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. Honestly, I've not heard of either one of them. Now I know not to pick them up. I should have DNF'd every vow you break. That's a good question. Like, what book did you finish that you wish you DNF'd? Oh, Deb, it's so good. Just like it goes down easy. I mean, it deals with some tough stuff, but I just was so captured by the story that I flew through it. Southern Woman's Guide to Slaying Vampires. You were bored. With a title like that, you should not be bored, even for a page. I have not read any other Kristen Harmel, but I have two others of hers on my shelf. Which is your favorite of the ones you've read, Rachel? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kristen Hanna makes me cry every time. I wouldn't say that Diane Chamberlain makes me cry every time. I feel like, have I cried in her books? I don't think I have. Not that I remember, like not like rip your heart out like Kristen Hanna does, but yeah, she's good though. Mary B, I DNF'd that one. I don't even think I counted it as a DNF because I did not get very far. 9 Perfect Strangers, you should have DNF'd. Leanne Moriarty, yikes. Whoa. Never Have I Ever. That's frustrating when the ending makes you feel unsatisfied. That's so frustrating. Oh, how many books have I completed this year? Yikes, that's amazing. I think I'm at 70 something. 70 something. 76 maybe. Rue Amelie. I do have that one. Is it right in front of me? It's on the other side. Your guys are on my book cart and it's on the other side of my book cart. Yeah. I think I gave it more than 2 stars. I think I might have even gave it 4, which it shouldn't be a 4 because I felt like kind of bored and didn't care for that one as much. UDNF Pull of the Stars. That is an unpopular opinion. I feel like a lot of people, I just hauled that book recently and so many people were like, oh, you're going to love that one. I loved it. Hi, Trudy. I think I only read like the first few pages because I didn't like what she was doing with the characters either. You DNF'd Anxious People. A Good Neighborhood. Yeah, I've not heard good things about that one. All right, let's do another 20. Let me edit this. We'll do from 30 because we're still chatting. We'll do from 30 to 50. There. Yeah. Kim, if you liked it, I probably will. I'll probably like it as well. We have pretty similar tastes, I think. So good. Yeah, Julie likes it too. See, I knew that I feel like a lot of people that I've heard anyway like it, but there's always going to be people who don't, right? Like that's every book is not for every person, and it's not always the book, it's sometimes the timing. There's lots of reasons that it could be not the right book, whatever. Cloud Atlas, you should have DNF'd. I never read Cloud Atlas. Maybe I won't. Actually, it's never been one that jumped out at me. I don't remember anything about it. That happens to me a lot, though, with books, partly because I have a horrible memory, which is why I need to read Remember by Lisa Genova. Learn about memory. Kelly DNF'd Cloud Atlas at 80%. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, how far into a book are you, like, if you get to 80%, are you willing to DNF? Clearly Kelly is. I think I don't usually know what percent, so it's always a guessing game, but I DNF'd, I think the longest book that I read or the farthest I got in a book when I DNF'd it was Secret History by Donna Tartt. I hated it. I was hate reading it. And then finally I was 75 or 80% in and I was like, no, I think I'm just done. 50 pages. Yeah, usually it's much quicker. To decide if I'm going to DNF a book. But every once in a while, I get far in. What's one of your books that I've read this year? There's a lot of books I've read this year. Do you have are you looking for a recommendation? I don't know. That's a hard question. If you're over it within that first 100 pages, yeah. 80% is a long time. What? Terry, you DNF'd Six of Crows? That's sad. I love that book. But I guess, like, if you just, what was it about it, Kelly, that made you DNF at 80? Like, I just realized the only book I think I've made it that far is Secret History. And I realized I hate these characters. I'm bored with the plot. I don't care about the ending. So I just stopped. And I probably could have done it sooner, but I was buddy reading it. So I just told her, I said, I just can't do it anymore. Yeah, usually if I get to 80, I'm like, okay, I'll just go. I'll just finish it. But I couldn't care. I couldn't care less at that point. I could not care less, yeah. What are your favorites? Gotcha. I was wondering if there was a word missing there. I have a lot of favorites from this year, but ones that stick out to me are This Tender Land. Oh man, that was so good. I don't want to tell too many of my favorites because I'll do a halfway through the year favorites video because I'm keeping a separate shelf of them. Yeah, the audiobook often can help get through a book that I want to finish, but am not loving. I'm glad you're loving Pull of Stars. Ginny, how are you liking your BookTube Prize experience? I did 2 rounds of it last year and I hated just about every book that I read. I felt like that. I did read a couple of good ones, but I had a lot more that I never would have read or would have a 1000% DNF'd if I had the option. After the second round, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I was trying to push through. Oh man, it's 8:30. Let's do a sprint. Good friend highly recommended it, but it was boring. Yeah. I would do the same thing, skip through, see if I want to, but I do that early on anyway. I'm a big cheater when I read. Lilac Girls. There was a couple hard scenes in there. Wife Upstairs. I'm not sure if that's, I don't read a lot of thrillers. Oh no, which one? Which one did you DNF? I have like 3 of hers on my shelf that I want to read. 4. This Tenderland was so good. All right, grab your books, everybody. We're a minute late. I'm going into this one for 20 minutes. We'll see what I think about Pride and Premeditation. Grab your books or your project or whatever you're working on, and I'll see you back here in 19 minutes. I love a good dedication. Now, let me just interrupt. To all the obstinate, headstrong girls forging new paths. Yes. Hello, hello. Come on back. Oh, goodness. Hi, friends. Take that off. This is going to be a fun book. It's going to be fun. It's not so much a retelling as a totally different story with the same characters who have the same personalities. So Mr. Bennett is a lawyer. Collins works with him. Lizzie wants to be a lawyer, but she can't be because she's a woman. Collins steals her work. But the case, the murder... So apparently Charles Bingley is accused of killing Mr. Hurst, his brother-in-law. And Lizzie is on the case because the law of the land is innocence must be proven, but she thinks of things in the opposite way, of course. So it's going to be a really fun read. Totally just a different spin. Yeah, not even a spin. It's just a totally different story with the same characters. They live in Cheapside because that's where it's close to the criminal whatever for her father's work and his favorite bookseller. So they don't live in his little cottage or Longbourn. Longbourn is the name of his law office. It's fun. It's going to be fun to pick up on some things that are similar to Pride and Prejudice and see how things get worked into the story. I'm going to have fun with that one. How did everybody else's reading go for that little sprinteroo? Oh, Becca, you read this one and you read it in one day. Yeah, it does feel like it'll be a quick read. Yeah, it was a fun one to pick up. I'm going to enjoy it. I hope. If the beginning is anything. Let me just read the first sentence. I like how people have been doing that. Some people. Basically, Chantel and April. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a brilliant idea conceived and executed by a clever young woman must be claimed by a man. I love it. Yeah, non-retelling. It's definitely not a retelling, but it kind of has retelling vibes because it's all the same people. Oh, Lindsay, that's sad. Toxic people and negativity does not sound like a fun read for springtime. Maybe in the middle of fall, like moving into winter, could handle something like that, but where the mood fits the weather, but that does not sound like fun at all. Nice. Naomi, are you sorting your shelves in any sort of way or just adding books back onto your shelf? Or how are you sorting? Do you sort by genre, by author's last name, by color? Like what are you doing with your bookshelves tonight? Are you switching it up or just putting it all back together? Because you have stacks all over like me. Man, I can't wait to get some Billy bookshelves, those IKEA ones. I want a lot of them. 16 more pages. Good job, Jeanette. Oh, Jen, I love The Lost Apothecary. Welcome, Leah. I'm glad you're here. Better late than never, so they say. Yeah, adding books back on. I need to do that as well. I have a stack from the BookTube Spin round 1 that never got put back on the shelves. And then I have a stack down on the floor right next to me that's from BookTube Spin round 2 that I don't need out anymore. I have all my April reads back or out in the other room where I filmed the other day. Yeah, I have middle grades sitting over on my little futon that won't fit on my shelf right now. It's busting at the seams. Yeah. Books everywhere. Yay, Jess, I'm glad you're reading The Telling. I made it through chapter 15, but I'm like, I need to let you guys catch up. So you do genre first, then author, then series. I think when I get new bookshelves, I may do something like that. as of right now, I have classics, Christmas book exchange, nonfiction on the bottom three. And then these middle shelves that are like they're little squares are all different author collections. And then I have one big shelf over on the end that's just my author's last name. But these are all mostly unread. In my squares, I have some read books because I keep all my Leanne Moriarty books all together, all my Frederick Bachman books together, all my Daphne du Maurier, Kristen Hanna. So even though some of them are read, I put them all together in those shelves. Yeah, it's like a game of Tetris to make them all fit. I hear ya. Oh man. Kelly, are you just reading it or are you listening or a combination? Oh man. Oh, Clem's story doesn't come out until September, I want to say, and I forget the name of it. Oh, I don't know, and Amanda's not here tonight. She would know. I think it comes out in September or August. Genre and separate read from unread. My books that are on my read shelf are sort of sorted by color out in the other room. Classics are sorted by publishers. I don't own that many. Pudge and Prejudice sounds... I've never heard of Pudge and Prejudice. It does sound like a middle grade. It's YA though, someone said. Bummer. Yeah, the narrator can make all the difference in an audiobook for sure. I forget that the Dollar Tree has books. I don't go in there that often anymore. I listened to this whole thing on audio when I read it. Well, that's not true. I did a combo, but most of it was audio. Yeah, I want to know too. Jen, what did you get from the Dollar Tree? Curious minds want to know. There's sometimes very obscure books there that I've never heard of, and every once in a while I find one by an author that I am familiar with, but... Excuse me. Oh, I need to charge my computer. I did bring my charger in this time. I remembered. Oh, someone asked me earlier if our Mere Christianity discussion will be recorded. Yes. All of my lives are saved on my channel. You just have to click the lives link. I don't know how you do it on a phone, but they're all saved on there. Even these are going to be saved on my channel. So, oh, that's cool. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Large stuff goes where it fits. Other books by author and genre, Bibles and religious books all together. Yeah, that makes sense. What? That's cool. That would be very cool. Outing. Let's all go to Paris and go to Alexander Dumas. My read books are in storage. Alphabetical by author's last name. I wish I had more bookshelves. Yeah. Dollarama. That's a fun name. Dollarama. That's not a dollar. That's like our Family Dollar or Dollar General. Those two are not straight dollar stores. Dollar Tree is a straight dollar store. Everything is $1. There's always a little lag. I should look at comments on my phone too. The Invited, yeah. I'm debating if I want to stick with one of those books or do a little. I'm going to do a little bit of Remember for her next one. Ollie's is a fun one. Yay, Hope! That's something to celebrate. Your library is opening up. So I have 3 different libraries systems that I visit, and the one county has stayed open the whole time. The one county was closed and then open and then closed and then now it's open, but only certain ones within the county, only some of the bigger ones. And then the city, Richmond City, is not open yet, only for curbside. They are open for curbside, just you can't go in. It's so fun. I haven't seen too many people. I mean, I go in, I still put stuff on hold on the computer and then just go in and grab it, which is nice because it's quick and easy. So I haven't seen too many people in there just chilling, just reading or working or whatever. But I haven't really wandered through the whole library and just browsed the shelves too much because I always have so many books on hold. Yeah, hit and miss with opening. I'm glad yours is opening though. That's fun. Yeah, check them out. We want to know. Curious minds want to know. Very cool. I was a little bummed my thrifting adventure that I did a couple weeks ago and posted finally this week. I was a little bummed with how many books I found or didn't find. Even with Little Free Libraries, sometimes I feel like I have such good luck and sometimes not. But that's why I love my library, because I can just put it on hold. Yeah, when you go, you're only person in there. When I go, there's a little temperature thing, and I'm too tall for it. So I always have to either awkwardly bend down or just put my wrist on it so it can tell my temperature. It's like a self-check thing, and you have to wear a mask, of course. For now. Hey, Barbara. I'm glad you're here. What are you sewing? Jaden, where are you? Are you in Canada? I know some places in Ontario had lockdown again recently. Yeah, it's crazy to even think like as things are starting to open up more and more. Yeah, Ontario. As things are starting to open up more and more here in the States, we still hear about places that are in crazy lockdown and things like India, which is so heartbreaking. And my brother in Turkey, they're in lockdown. He's stuck in his apartment, can't go anywhere. Alberta is completely locked down. Isn't it crazy? Quebec is locked down until tomorrow. Yay, Julie. Oh, fun. New mask rules in Washington state. You didn't have to wear your mask outside since you're fully vaxxed. Very cool. As of this week for the rest of the year. Wow. Yeah. Crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. And it makes me nervous that we're going to get bad again as we're all opening up. I don't know. Yeah, it is hard to read about the situation in India. It's heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking. Like things like you read things like that and you sort of feel like your hands are tied. Like, what can we do? There's not much. Oh man. Yay, Nicole, one more month. You can do it. You can do it. Wow, 2,000 cases a day in Alberta. It's so interesting. So interesting. Yeah, I have a feeling masks are going to just kind of be a part of our future. Whether or not everybody wears them, there will be people who will continue to wear them, I think, when they're out and about. For a while, anyway. Hi, Danny. All right, let's do another sprint at 9:10. Are 20 minutes good with you guys? I know some people do sprints for longer. I just like 20 because I like chatting with you too. Even if we don't talk about much, I just like chatting with you guys. So is 20 okay though? I feel like that's a good amount of time. Jane, you just finished your third book of the day? Crazy. I know, Sarah. I hope so too. 20's good. 20's good. Okay, thanks. We have a few minutes. I just put that up there to remind me. Oh, Carrie, I am in Richmond, Virginia area. Why were you coming here? Sorry that you couldn't come. It's a cool place to visit. And it was a beautiful weekend. This week was weird though. I feel like we had 90-degree weather one day and then 60-degree weather the next day. It was a weird week for temperatures. Oh no, the rocket launch was scrubbed because of the wind. Good job getting stuff done though, Nicole. I did 2 loads of laundry today. And I took a broom to my front porch and I have some stinky spiders that make some nasty webs on my front porch and I hate it. So I took a broom to it all and cleared it all off today. Felt good. And I have a glass door so sometimes I like to leave my main door open because there's a glass, like instead of a screen door, it's a glass door. And I love to let in the sunlight. So I Windexed that, cleaned that today. That was my big job of the day. And I chair shopped unsuccessfully. Newport News. Yay for Virginia. Oh, Chandel, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. I always think it's a little funny when I'm outside going for a walk or something and see other people outside going for a walk alone or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes I think masks is ridiculous, but I understand them as well. So to each their own. Yeah, 80 degrees. And then the next day it was 57. Yeah, we had a day or two like that this week. It was a little bit like this. From Wayfair, I need to check Wayfair. I have not looked online really yet. I've just looked in person. It's hard to tell online because I sat in some today where the top of the chair didn't go above where my head is, and I want it to be above where my head is. And you can't really tell that unless you sit in it. I don't know. 60 to 30, 60 to 30. Oh, sleeting. No fun. No fun. I had 2 extra days off this week because my one family that I nanny was away on vacation. So I actually put in some veggies in my garden this week and cleared it out. But I think I hurt my finger. I think I might have done something to this knuckle because it's really sore. Really, really hurts. IKEA. I am not sure I want an IKEA chair. I mean, I love my yellow chair, but I'm pretty adamant about wanting a rocker recliner. And I want like a big comfy rocker recliner dad chair. Yeah. All right, we're going to read. I'm going to try this one. My nonfiction about memory. I know, Lee, you're in the morning. We're all talking about evening time and you're in the morning over there. And it's fall. That's right. Southern Hemisphere, friends. I love it. Hailstorm. Crazy. Okay, I'll see you in 20. Excuse me. Univere. Oh, U of R. That's a beautiful campus. You'll have to let me know, Carrie, if you come, especially if you come next year. We can hang out. Okay. Happy reading, everyone. I'll see you in a few moments. Lisa, that would be scary. Bye, Naomi. Hail is no good. Good tip, Kim. Okay, I'm gonna read. Stink. All right, friends. This book, let me turn this off. This book is going to be fascinating. I'm going to love this. It's very approachable writing, as I kind of hoped, because she writes fiction. And she's a neuroscientist, but she writes in a way that I totally understand. There was only one word I didn't know. And it's all about our brains and how memory actually works. Oh man, it's going to be very fascinating. I'm really excited to read this. Really excited. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, and when I do, it's mainly a memoir or a Christian, like a faith-based book, which I haven't read one in a while. But this is just about memory and our brains. I'm so excited. It's going to be a good one. Hi, Debbie. Lisa, I'm sorry to hear that one actually touched down from you. I cannot imagine living in tornado land. Oh, A Rogue of One's Own. Fun. That's the second one? Yeah, that's the second. That's the sequel, right, Lindsay? How are you liking that one? Well, the start of it anyway. I would like to read that someday too. I'm kind of on a romance kick right now with the Bridgertons. Yeah, if you haven't added this to your TBR, I would recommend it. I think it's going to be really good. I mean, I'm only 20 pages in, maybe not even 24 pages in. I read the preface, or what is it? Introduction in chapter 1. And she lays out, like in the introduction, this is what we're going to talk about, and this is what memory is, and this is how it works. And it starts to get into it. It's going to be really good. Danny, another BookTube prize book. Is it round 3 now, right? Round 3. Is it round 3? Semifinals yet? I don't know. February, March, April, May. I don't know. Two still. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. We're only in May. Whoa. My phone just fell. I have a feeling this book is going to make me want to read more nonfiction like this. It's not a genre category, nonfiction. I don't know. Maybe because I already know I love Lisa Genova. I just know it's going to be good. The BookTube prize, Kim, is a book. I don't know. It's a judging situation. Like it's a sort of like the Man Booker Prize or the women's fiction. What's the women's one called? Oh no. Women's Prize for Fiction, or one of those book competitions. And the people who judge it are all connected to BookTube in some way. It can be subscribers or content creators. And it's kind of run by Robert from Barter Hordes. This is year 3 of the BookTube prize. And it's often pretty much literary fiction. And now there's this year and last year, there was a nonfiction selection as well that won. Oh, score 1 for you. I love finding candy hidden in my freezer. I do that too. Chocolate just tastes good when it's frozen. That's funny. I have not read all of her books so far, Suzanne, but I've loved the ones that I have read. This is a good plan, Lee. 1 a month. I just don't like to give myself those kinds of goals anymore. I've learned that they don't always work for me. I think I need to go clean the fridge. Okay. Oh, good. Here's your haul from the Dollar Tree. Blueberry Muffin Murder. Nice cozy mystery sounding book. Speakeasy about a Japanese spy in World War II. Fun. Unbreak Me by Michelle Hazen and The Battle of Junk Mountain. Nice. My fingers are crossed. That's funny. I know. Danny, you can't talk about it. Not yet. Agreed. This is the one that sounds the most intriguing to me as well. Chalky. I love my little Aussie friend, Lee. I have been debating. Have you guys heard of what's it called? Yum Yum Bot? What's it called? There's a subscription box where you get, Kim, you made me think of this because you sent us all those treats from Canada, but there's a subscription box where you can order, you subscribe to it and it sends you a box of snacks from around the world. But like each box is a specific country. And I've thought about doing that a couple times and sharing it with you guys because I think that would be fun. Welcome, Stacy. Hope your birthday party was fun. Universal Yums. I knew it had the word yum in there. Lindsay, I think I saw you sharing that or talking about it. I don't remember actually watching you eat the food. I'm so far behind in my booktube watching that I just end up not. I'm so far behind. But I remember you talking about that. And it made me, I went right over onto the Universal Yums website and almost signed up, but then I don't know why I didn't, because sometimes I try to stop those impulses or else I would have no money. Lifesaver gummies. Universal Yums. You might have shown it in a vlog. I think that's maybe where I saw it. I don't know. But I was intrigued because it's this month, I think, or is Turkey. And it made me want to do it just because I've been to Turkey, but I didn't try all the things I saw in the picture. So it made me want to do it. I might still sign up for it for a couple months. That would be fun. A fun thing to do. Try. I lived in a dorm. Did you know that I lived in a dorm for one school year? I was house parent or whatever they call them, dorm mom, for 1 year at a Mennonite school in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Free housing all the way. And we ate dinner with the kids every night. So I had dinner provided every day. I just had to get my own lunches and breakfasts. I feel like I've seen those Universal Yums on other things as well. Like, what's that? I don't know. I might do it. I might do it. You get all 3 meals. That's nice. See, I worked at a school, at a middle school as a teacher's aide during the day. So I just was in the dorms morning and night. Actually, I never was on morning duty. There wasn't really stuff to do in the mornings, just after school duties. Sitting in the office. It's kind of boring sometimes. Not gonna lie. But it was fun. It was fun. It was hard sometimes. We had some international students. You have a lot of international students? We had some international students and some not. It was a mixture. Not everyone in the school was boarding, just some people. A lot of kids were local. Excuse me. It was one of those random jobs that I had. Actually, it was a very cool situation because it all happened so quickly. I knew I was moving to Lancaster. I had already gotten the job at the school and didn't know where I was going to live. So I was there visiting a friend looking for an apartment. And my cousin, Beth, who I'm close with, her brother said, her brother let her know that to check out the school and see about their dorm housing. see if they needed anybody. So I drove right over there, caught the principal like on his way out, and it was the last position of the whole school that needed to be filled was one more female dorm parent. And I showed up out of nowhere, supposedly, right? God does things like this. I showed up out of nowhere. I stayed an extra day to interview with the head of the dorm, was hired. As I was driving back to New York, they called me to hire me. I loaded up a truck, drove back 2 days later. School started 2 days later. Like, it all happened within 5 days that I heard about it till I was living in the dorm. It was crazy timing. Welcome back, Christy. Glad you're here. Filming happens after church on Sundays when I look the cutest. I don't look the cutest. I mean, it's fine. The hair's fine. I like this haircut, but I like to film after church on Sundays. Before I can have lunch, I come home and I have to film. It's my rule. You worked at camps all throughout your 20s and got all your meals provided. Had to learn to cook in your 30s. That's funny. I worked at camps too, but only in summers. Christy, Danny, you guys are the best. Oh man. I had to just, in the high school library, Leah, that's cool. Excuse me. I'm Christy, Danny, Chris. Hey, Carrie, sometimes when I have a chocolate craving and don't have chocolate in the house, because sometimes I'm determined to be healthy, and so I don't have chocolate in the house, I go and grab some chocolate chips out of the bag. You are not alone, my friend. You are not alone. Oh, man. Oh, that's cool. In my future life, if I can't be working at a library or a bookstore, I would love to work at a camp year-round. That would be so cool. But I would want to definitely be connected with the kids. That sounds like a fun thing during the school year. So did you have like field trips and stuff come? Truth. This is true. Just pair it with a glass of wine, right, Rainey? I don't always have time during the week anymore to film. Now it's not so bad because it's lighter, longer. But in the winter, when it was dark, like I'd come home from work and it'd be dark. I don't have a fancy light or anything. And even if I did, it would glare off my glasses and be super annoying. So I just like to use natural light as much as possible. So yeah, filming during the day works for me. And if I can film 2 or 3 on a Sunday, then I'm good to go. I literally find chocolate everywhere in my house. Always thank your past self for leaving it everywhere. Gotta love that past self. Thanks, girl. I think of that when I find money in a pocket. I very rarely use cash anymore. So when I pull out my winter things or whatever and find a couple bucks or $5 in a pocket, I'm like, yes, yes. I do not do anything with Big Brother, Big Sister. Not at this moment in time. I've thought about that before, but I've never followed through. Cool. That's what I thought. Field trips would come. I would like to do trips that do like team building activities too. That would be fun. Not businesses though, just kids. I don't want to work with adults. You're welcome, future Danny. I love it. You guys are women after my own heart. I love it. Too funny. I have to ask you guys one more decision that I can't make tonight. So I'm thinking of painting my nails after we're done here. And we need to decide if I should do bright So these are like an orangey red and like a red, pinky red, hibiscus and lava, bright or light. So I have a blue and a purple. So first decision is bright or light. And then we'll pick from those ones. But I'm going to paint my nails tonight because they're so boring right now. I love it. Well, you did team building too. Bright or light? I was going to do it while we were talking, but yeah, bright. Okay, so clearly the bright. Thank you. I have one light, Kim. Those will happen at some point. They're nice for summertime when I'm a little more tan. Bright. Okay, so the orangey red one, which I have not yet done, or this hibiscus one, which I have done. Both are fun. This one is called lava. Lava is the orangey one, or hibiscus. Lava or hibiscus? Lava or hibiscus. If your nails are boring, you need to do the bright. Agree. Orange, not hibiscus. Orange. Lava. It looks like lava is the winner. Good. I haven't done that one yet. I'm excited. Have you guys used olive in June? Oh, there's some more hibiscus ones. Lava still wins. So this is what I'll do. So when you watch my weekend reading vlog, which I am filming today and tomorrow and yesterday, by the end of the vlog, I'll have nails that look like this. Maybe I'll vlog it. Oh, fun. I love olive in June. I'm not convinced. I got the little poppy thing, and I'm not convinced that it makes a difference. Do an accent nail with the pink. I could do that. Like mostly the orange red, but one nail this. Yeah, that might be fun. Maybe I'll do that, Danny. That's a good idea. So this poppy thing, this, you just pop off the top of the cover and stick this thing on there instead. And it's supposed to help you stay steady. And actually, I think it does help when I'm painting with my left hand because it's so much, I don't know, it gives me a better grip on it. But I've done some Color Street before, but now I'm into olive in June painting. But I don't keep my nails done all the time. My 7-year-old. Hello, little friend. This is what color I'm going to do. It's like an orangey red kind of a color. It's really pretty. It'll be perfect for church tomorrow. The kids team has to wear orange t-shirts to church, which you've seen probably in some of my vlogs over the weekend. But I actually don't think I'm teaching tomorrow, but I'm going to be prepared. But red aspen nail dashes. I've never heard of that. Julie, you paint your nails every day? What? Why? Every day. So you take off your nail polish and put new nail polish on every day. Interesting. Is it, I mean, why? You just love it. It's fun for you? That's awesome. I couldn't do it. Yeah, what is red aspen nail dashes, Jen? Tell us. Jen, do you mind that I call you Jen and not Jennifer? Lincoln Park After Dark, is that a black kind of a color? Oh no, rejoining the nail gig. Nice. Jennifer and I both used to sell Jamberry nails, which is why I have Jams in my name. Books and Jams. It used to be for the Jamberry. Because you have a collection of nail polish. I do too now. I absolutely need to redo my toes. I'm not letting myself get a pedicure though until I reach one of my health goals. So, little motivation. Almost black with a hint of dark red. Ooh, that's nice. Please call you Jen. Okay. I do usually call you Jen. I'm just making sure that that's okay. Some people care. Okay. We'll do it 55. It's my 20 minutes just for you at night. I love that. That's really nice. We'll do one more 20 at 55 to 18. Save. Nope, not edit. Just have that on there so that I remember. Yeah, I have mentioned it a couple different times, but yeah, I used to sell Jamboree nails, and that's where the jams comes from. It didn't last very long. I probably should have changed my name as soon as I stopped selling Jamberry, but I just kept it, so it's fine. Bye, Rachel. Thanks for joining in for a little while. If you guys need book sleeves, Rachel's your girl. See ya. So they're pop-on nails that use an adhesive glue that breaks down with oil so it doesn't damage your nails. Interesting. I have a problem with nails like that because my thumbnails are so big. Like this one in particular, I call it my little toe thumb because it's just, my thumbs, first of all, are not the same size. I can line them up totally, and my left thumb is shorter than my right thumb. It's my little quirk. Lillian Fox, I've never heard of that. Interesting. And they're reusable. That's fun. Hello, Melinda. I'm glad you're here. Fun. Mother's Day's tomorrow. I just had a I will tell you Rachel's store name in just 1 second. I just had a brain fart about it because I was thinking I should tell you what the name is, and I can't remember. And I keep thinking of someone else who Happy Go Lovely sleeves. Yes, thank you. I'm like, I know what it is. Why can't I think of it in the moment? She's Happy Go Lovely sleeves on Instagram. Yes, thank you, Rachel. They're gorgeous. And there's a pocket on the front, which is really nice. Lillian Fox, that is cheap. Yeah, so with the Jamberry ones, Jen, just for reference, you know how the biggest two were supposed to be for your toes? Yeah, for pedicures, yeah, those I had to use on my thumbs. I had to cut them and shape them a little always, which is why wearing Jamboree got a little old. With Color Street, I like them because I can stretch them to fit my nails. So I still use the biggest one, but then I just stretch it a little bit. She does have an Etsy shop. If you go follow her on Instagram, Melinda, Happy Go Lovely Sleeves, and then look in her bio, you'll find the links for all the things. Yeah, pocket on the front. And I think there's 2 pockets actually, like a bigger one and a smaller one, I think. Yeah, they're and she finds the most beautiful fabrics. So nice. And the inside fabric is not the same as the outside fabric all the time, so it just has a little element of interest. Yeah, they're very nice. All right, it's almost time. Get your books. This might be our last one. Maybe we'll squeeze one more in. Oh, what am I going to read this time? I think I'm going to go back to Where the Lost Wander. This one got the most votes from the beginning, and I just want to keep going with this. I haven't yet read a historical fiction this month. Just one big pocket, Rachel says. That's fine. I love this, Elizabeth. It's when you wear Jamboree, you use a skinny pinky jam. That's brilliant. Horizontally, except I use the tiny ones for my pinkies. I have a like teeny tiny pinky nail. Okay, here we go. Second to last, penultimate. I love when people use that word. This is our penultimate sprint, friends. We'll do one more short one at the very end. Happy reading. I'll see you in 20. Hello, hello. Welcome, pretty little paperbacks. Glad you're here. We just got done reading for a little bit. Oh, bummer about the reviews, Debbie. That's interesting for Universal Yums. Lindsay, did you like your box? If you're still here, I don't know if you're still here. I am going to love this book so much. It's totally going to remind me of playing Oregon Trail on the computer in 6th grade. I thought that was the coolest. Oh man, it's going to be so good. I didn't realize the main character was so young. Naomi. She's just 20 years old. She's a widow already. That's sad. Oregon Trail was the best, but it's like already they've had a river to cross, and I remember having to choose: are you going to swim across the river or ride the ferry? And they've already had to make that decision. They take the ferry, and they were the first ones at the place to meet up because it was faster. Except John swam his mules across. Oh, it's going to be good. I can tell it's going to be emotional and like interesting to learn about. Why aren't there more books about traveling west? There's got to be more. But I think this is going to be really good. I'm going to like it. I think all three of the books that I started tonight. This one's going to be a lot of fun. And this is just going to be so fascinating. Well done, friends, helping me pick out these three. Although I really think I'm going to like these other two as well. Sourdough and the Keepsake Sisters. They will get read in May because this one I technically have until May or June because it's from the BookTube spin. So that one will get read, but I'd like to do it in May. And then this one will get read in May because it was a patron pick. So that one will happen as well. So it looks like I've got my next few books picked out for me. Win, win, win is right. Oh, getting dysentery. Yeah. Like not having a place for the animals to graze. I just remember it was so bad, like compared to how gaming and things like that are now. It was so basic and simple, but I just loved it. I loved it so much. Yeah, Debbie, I saw that you said that. That's a bummer that the Universal Yums reviews are not so great. That's a bit of a bummer. I still might try it. I'm down to have the unpopular opinion. I mean, what was bad about them? They didn't like the food? Well, you might not like all the food from other countries. It's still going to be fun to try. Melinda, sorry, we were having a conversation earlier about this subscription box called Universal Yums, where each month or quarter, I'm not sure how often, you can get snacks from a different country. So each month they pick a country. Oh, I think that you can get, I think it's every month, and there's a smaller box and then a bigger box. And it has snack foods from different countries. And I don't know why we started talking about it. I think it was just a random thing we started talking about at some point, but that's a bummer that the reviews aren't so good. I'll have to look them up. I still might try for 1 or 2 months. Which reminds me, I need to cancel my cause box. I keep forgetting to cancel that. I don't need to get that subscription box anymore. It was fun, but I haven't yet had a box where I will use all the things that are in it, so it's not worth it to me. Lindsay, I'm glad that you came. I was asking you, Lindsay, did you like your Universal Yums box that you had before you leave? You might already be gone. Curious minds want to know. I think we will probably wrap it up. We've been going almost 3 hours. I did say we would do one more, didn't I? You did like it. Okay, I'll take Lindsay's word for it. We will do one more sprint. So at 25, we'll do a 15-minute last one because I did say we would do one more. And I like my books. You guys usually stop talking once we get reading. How many have you had so far, Lindsay? Debbie, you might not be caught up with the live. Sometimes that happens. If it looks like I'm reading, or yeah, if it looks like I'm reading right now, I'm not. Yeah, we'll do one more 15-minute one. Bye, Rainy. Love you. Bye. Tomorrow, guys, if in case I forget at the end, tomorrow is our discussion for Mere Christianity. That will be at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever that is for you, 4 p.m. We're going to be talking about book 1 of Mere Christianity, which is just the first. My book is like 32 pages, the first 5 chapters, and the preface and the foreword. So if you are reading along with us, feel free to come and join that conversation. It's so good. He's so logical, and the way he lays things out is so interesting. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good discussion. I'm excited about that. I still have 30 pages. The print is so tiny. Oh, that's a bummer. Kelly, that's a bummer. I know people are dropping like flies, but there's still 64 of you here, so we're good for one more sprint. I'm good for one more sprint if you're good for one more sprint. It is getting late. It's 10:22, but that's what it is. Yeah, we'll do it at 10:25. We'll just dive right into the last sprint because it's getting late. We'll go from 25 to 40, and then we'll wrap it up and say goodnight. Do a 15-minute quick one. Oh, Lisa, it's your first time reading it. Interesting. Yeah, I love that. I had forgotten, or I didn't know, that when C.S. Lewis originally did Mere Christianity, it was a series of talks on the radio during World War II, which is very interesting. And now that I'm reading it again, I might have known that, but I forgot. He definitely references the state of the world at the time. And yeah, it's very, very interesting. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to read for Chantel's challenge this month. A book that you were supposed to read in high school. I don't know if I have one. I read all the books I was supposed to read in high school because I was a good girl. And it was so long ago that I don't remember. I might not have. I might not have read them all. I don't know. I might have to look up a list of like high school reading list and see if there's anything on there that I just didn't read. I do not like The Great Gatsby. Ugh. Fun. Yeah. I think this is the first month that I have to actually pick out something specific because all the other months so far, something that I read had fit into that challenge. So I haven't specifically chosen a book because it's part of the challenge. Yeah, I need to look up a high school list, see if I can find something. I need to look up a high school list from the 1990s because that's when I was in high school. You were allowed to choose your books. That's fun. Okay, it's 25. I think I'm going to stick with this one. That's a good idea, Lisa. I will get back to these two soon. But for tonight, for our last sprint, I'm invested, and I want to see this one. I graduated in '94 from high school. Bye, Lee. Have a wonderful day. Catcher in the Rye. Ew. Great Gatsby. Okay. Reading. Last sprint. Happy reading, everyone. God. Okay. So good. It's keeping you awake. Well, that time you guys were chatting. Okay, I had to go back. Some talking that time. Ooh, all together in one place sounds really good, Debbie. I read Things Fall Apart. I liked it. I don't know how it would hold up. I don't know. I haven't read it in a really long time. Good night, Danny. Well, you're probably gone, but thanks for coming. 99. Good night, 95. Beth, we're very close. I know. I don't know if I could remember either, which is why if I look up a, sorry, I'm reading them as I go. I don't know if I could remember the titles, but I think if I look up a list. Okay. I think I'm caught up. Oh, here's some more Wagon Train books. Jubilee Trail. Fun. Yeah, all together in one place. Yay, Tara. So, friends, it's been 3 hours. I think it's time to go. Do it. You got this, Kelly. You got this. Couple things. I already mentioned tomorrow at 4 is the Mere Christianity chat. And then next weekend, I am not sure. I might do an Instagram cozy reading night on Friday, but I am getting my second vaccine on Saturday morning. And so I'm not making any plans for next Saturday night. Just in case. So next week, cozy reading night, possibly on Friday. Stay tuned to my Instagram. I'll let you know. And 2 weeks from now, we'll be back here for some reading sprints, and I will have somebody with me. I don't know who yet. I'll let you know. I'm going to ask somebody to join me just so that there's another face up on the screen with me chatting with everybody. But yeah, that's that. Oh, Jen, we have so much in common, Jen. I love it. I expect to be in bed all of next weekend as well, except I'm on the worship team on Sunday, which is not very smart. So I'm just going to sleep on Saturday. My brother didn't have any side effects on his second one. So he said he just slept a lot and drank a lot of water. So I'm going to sleep a lot and drink a lot of water next Saturday and hope that it doesn't get that bad. And if I have to, I'll just go to church for the worship portion and then come right back home if I need to. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. But yeah, mine is on a Saturday morning next week. But yay, I'm excited to get it. Be all vaxxed up. All right. I know I want to add that book to my list too, Terry, all together. Okay. That's it, friends. Your mom got a burst of energy. I love it. Melinda, that's awesome. Tylenol beforehand. That's a good idea, Jess. Jess, do you mind if I say Jess instead of Jessica? Debbie, you're not caught up. You're not watching when it's actually live because we're going to say goodbye now. Oh, that's good to know, Beth. The vaccine didn't affect you one bit. I love it. I'm a little older, so I'm hoping. Okay. I keep reading comments. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me again. I love these so much. And oh, good, Terry. Thank you. Because I didn't write them down. So thank you for sending them to me on Goodreads. You guys are awesome. Happy Sunday tomorrow. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that you enjoy and finish all the books. And I will talk with you soon. Bye.